as far as the dollar is concerned, I mean, we've also recently published some research where we say that we expect the dollar's dominance to remain for the foreseeable future. And if you think about it in historical context, the US overtook the UK as the world's largest economy sometime around about 1890. But then it took two world wars, the Great Depression, before the dollar supplanted the pound sterling as the world's reserve currency. So these kind of changes can occur very slowly. And they often require some very big shocks for a transformation to take place. What we're saying in the report that we've just published is that we need to distinguish between three different elements. The first one is the dollar's role as a reserve currency, where we don't see that as under any kind of immediate threat. But then if you look at the role that the dollar is playing in terms of trade invoicing and in terms of funding markets, there is some kind of shift going on, and we think that that could accelerate in future. More countries are engaging in bilateral trade, which is settled in currencies other than the US dollar. And in terms of funding markets, although the dollar remains the predominant funding currency, we are seeing, for example, in APAC, in the Asia-Pacific region, we're seeing more issuers issuing in domestic currencies rather than in US dollars. And that reflects the development of financial markets in the region over the last 25 years.
To what degree is renminbi changing the landscape, Michael?
Well, again, I think you have to distinguish between these different elements. The renminbi is not going to supplant the dollar as a reserve currency for the foreseeable future, because China still has a closed capital account. The institutions are not there really, and the depth and the liquidity of markets are not there that would support the renminbi's role as a global reserve currency. We're seeing some central banks are holding an increased share of their reserves in renminbi, but it's still a very small amount.